butterfly. You are now listening to the WHOLElistic Soul Care Session podcast, the podcast where faith meets holistic wellness and healing becomes a whole life practice. I'm your host, JC Morgan, soul care coach, clinical herbalist, holistic nutritionist. In each session, we're going to tend to the whole you. That's mind, body, spirit, and soul through God's word, holistic health, and the kind of honest community that makes real transformation possible. This is a safe space. This is a growing space. And this is your reminder that we were not made to just survive. You were made to be whole. So pull up a chair, pour yourself something warm, and let's get into it. Before we dive in, I'm a holistic nutritionist, clinical herbalist, holistic health coach, not a medical doctor. So everything shared in the podcast is for educational and informational purposes only, and it's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Always consult with your licensed healthcare provider before making any changes to your health routine. Now, let's go. Hello, little butterfly. Welcome to week 1. Welcome to this beautiful journey we're about to take together, exploring one of God's most powerful healing herbs, turmeric. I'm so excited that you're here. Over the next 4 weeks, we're going to get our hands golden, literally, as we discover why the Creator packed so much goodness into this vibrant root. You know what I love about herbalism? It's not just about making remedies. It's about connecting with the abundant provision that God has given us in creation. Every time I work with herbs, I'm reminded of Genesis 1:29, where God says, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. He didn't just give us food. He gave us medicine. So grab your aprons, say a little prayer of thanksgiving, and let's dive in. So today we're going to meet turmeric, or curcuma longa. Before we get our hands dirty, let me introduce you to this gorgeous herb. Turmeric is part of the ginger family, which is Zingiberaceae. Big word. And if you've ever seen it growing, you know it's a tropical beauty with lush leaves that can grow up to 3 feet tall. It even produces these stunning pale purple or white cone-like flowers that'll make you stop and say, whoa, God is creative. Other names you might know it by is common turmeric, Indian saffron, yellow ginger, in Ayurvedic practice, haridra or haldi, in traditional Chinese medicine, jiang huang. What makes turmeric special? I don't know, little butterfly. Where do I even start? This golden root is like the Swiss Army knife of herbs. So, herbal actions, which is a fancy term for what it does. It's an analgesic, which is a pain relief, antioxidant, which fights free radicals, astringent, which tightens tissues, blood mover, which gets things flowing. It's a carminative, which eases digestive upset, a cholagogue, which stimulates bowel production, a hemostatic, which stops bleeding. It modulates inflammation, which means that it calms down without shutting down your immune system. It also modulates immune system, which helps it work better. Again, another thing is it's a vulnerary, which promotes healing. What's inside? Turmeric is absolutely packed with nutrients. That's calcium, iron, magnesium, manganese. There's a difference. Phosphorus, potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C, and so much more, according to Peterson. But here, this is where it's really exciting. The constituents. Turmeric contains volatile oils like turmerone or atlantoin, plus the superstar curcumin. These compounds are anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, hepatoprotective, which is liver loving, it's digestive, it's autoimmunogenic, it's antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, anti-cancer, and supports detoxification. It's a lot of antis. It also contains resins and zingiberin, which is a carminative, a neuroprotective, And it also is anti-inflammatory. Let's hop into the energetics. It's warming, it's drying, and the taste is pungent and bitter. So, how did our ancestors use turmeric? Turmeric has been treasured for thousands of years. In Ayurvedic medicine, it was used as a liver tonic, and it's still one of the most highly regarded remedies in modern phytotherapy. The curcumin in turmeric is used in formulas to prevent, treat inflammatory diseases, including allergies, cancer, and arthritis. Folk remedies throughout history have included treatment for hepatitis, flatulence, spasmodic dysmenorrhea, measles, chickenpox, gum disease, gas, indigestion, stress, colic, and colds. Turmeric has been used to suppress activity in fat tissues, and it's used for inflammatory bowel disease or Crohn's disease and colitis. It's used for cystic fibrosis, depression, eye diseases, gallbladder disease, age-related macular degeneration, and pain. Pretty much is used for a lot of things. How many of you knew that? So it's even been used for bloody urine, toothaches, chest pains, jaundice, menstrual difficulties, and hemorrhage. It removes arterial plaque. It is a potent hemostatic used to reduce bleeding and effectively treats anemia. Pretty cool, right? All right, so this week, Project 1, we're going to be making turmeric infused coconut oil. I'm not going to go through it with y'all. I mean, for those that are watching, I'm not going to have it in front of me. So I'm just going to tell you how to do it, give you instructions, give you a little bit about it. So let's go into it. Let's get practical. This week we're making an infused oil, and I'm going to show you how to do it with the quick way on your stovetop. This method is perfect for soft plant parts like turmeric root. Why infused oil, which is one of my favorite herbal medicines to make, and it's fun too. So, infused oils extract fat-soluble vitamins, volatile oils, and resins from plants. And guess what? Turmeric has all of those. The oil becomes a carrier for all those healing properties, creating a soothing, moisturizing base that contains all the therapeutic goodness we talked about above. What you'll need: 2 ounces of dried turmeric root powder or small pieces, 4 ounces of coconut oil, or regular coconut oil works great too. You'll need a small saucepan, a fine mesh strainer, or a cheesecloth. And then you'll need a glass jar for storage. Make sure that it has an airtight top. Here are the directions. If you need to write it down, go ahead, but you can hop over to my blog and it'll be there too. So you could just go there and get the recipe and the directions. But anyway, number 1, measure 2 ounces of turmeric into your saucepan. Number 2, add 4 ounces of coconut oil to the pan. 3, heat over low heat for 30 minutes to 1 hour. You have to make sure that it's low heat, right? So if your coconut oil is solid, it'll melt as it heats, which is perfect. Watch for tiny bubbles, but don't let it get too hot. You want it warm, not boiling hot. Then, after heating, strain the oil through your strainer or cheesecloth into the glass jar. Squeeze that turmeric to get every last drop of golden goodness. If you don't want to do it with your hand because it might be a little bit warm for some of us, get like a garlic press. You can use that, but it might take a little while because that's a little bit much. But just use something so you can press it out and get all the oil. Then compost the leftover turmeric. Label your jar with the date and the contents. So it'll say turmeric oil, and then you'll have turmeric on it, and then you'll have whatever oil that you used. I prefer to use olive oil sometimes, but In this recipe, we're doing coconut oil, so you'll put coconut oil. Hey, we're going to take a quick pause. And I mean, it's a good one, so stick with me. If today's session is hitting home for you, if you're realizing that your mind, your body, or your spirit has been running on empty for way too long, I want you to know that you don't have to figure this out alone. At the Soul Care Squad, I walk alongside people just like you through faith-based soul care and holistic wellness, mind, body, spirit, and soul. Whether you need a space to breathe, a community to heal in, or a real holistic support with your health, we've got something for you. Here's what we offer at the Soul Care Squad. 1. One-on-one soul care and holistic wellness coaching, which is personalized to you or your root causes. Functional lab analysis. We go beyond the basics and find out what is actually going on in your body. Herbal support, nutritional protocols, and lifestyle guidance, all through faith-centered lens. And a growing community of people who are doing this work together, because wholeness is better in community. You can find free resources, current offerings, and ways to connect at soulcaresquad.com. And if you're on social media, come find us, Soul Care Squad, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We also have a free 15-minute soul care starter session so we can get to know each other and find out if we're a good fit. No pressure, no hard sell, just a real conversation about your wellness journey. Links are in the show notes. Now, let's get back to the session. Ways to use turmeric oil. This is the good part. So you can use it to massage sore muscles and joints. You can use it as an after bath moisturizer, like when your skin is still a little bit wet. Not when you're like soaked, of course, but you're still a little bit wet. You can use it as a base for salves. We'll do this in week 4. Or you can use it in homemade soaps as a facial oil for inflammation on minor wounds and skin irritations. And you can mix it into lotions and creams. Safety note, this is important for you to know. When using larger culinary amounts, turmeric can cause drying. So that dry eyes, dry mouth, night sweats. Contact dermatitis has been reported in sensitive people after topical application. So when using it, make sure you do the dot test. Put a little bit and let it sit for a little bit and see how your body reacts to it. Some folks experience nausea, diarrhea, headache, rash, or yellowish stool. And fair warning, turmeric will stain everything, and I mean everything. That's clothes, cutting boards, counters, and skin. And I mean skin. Your skin will be stained yellow and it will stay there for at least a week or so. But anyways, turmeric should be avoided during pregnancy. If you have anemia with signs of blood stagnation, please use with caution. Now, here's a bonus recipe. Golden Healing Salve. If you want to take your infused oil one step further this week, here's a simple recipe. This is what you'll need. 4 ounces of turmeric infused coconut oil, ½ ounce of beeswax, 10 drops of lavender essential oil, and 5 drops of frankincense or hyssop essential oil. Directions. Melt the beeswax into a double boiler. If you don't know what that is, you take one pan, put water in it, and then you put I guess you could use a glass bowl on top of it, but it has to be bigger than that pan. And then you put it inside of there and you mix it up, let it melt. Water should not touch this at all because, as we know, oil and water don't mix. So you'll add your turmeric oil. You're going to stir well, remove from the heat, add essential oils, pour into tins or jars, and then you let it harden. Use on sore joints, minor wounds, and inflamed skin. Great, right? I know. Turmeric is awesome. So we're going to do a mini quiz. Let's see what you remember. Don't peek back. If you're listening, please don't rewind. So What family does turmeric belong to? Name 3 herbal actions of turmeric. What are turmeric's energetics? What is one constituent found in turmeric oil? Name 2 ways you can use turmeric infused oil. All right. If you would like to, in the comments, put your answers. I can't wait to see them. But we're going to do a reflection. Let's take a moment this week to journal or pray about what you're learning. How does seeing God's provision in plants like turmeric change the way you think about health and healing? I'll say it again. How does seeing God's provision in plants like turmeric change the way you think about health and healing? All right, I can't wait to, I don't know, if you want to share, it might be best to email because that might be something personal for some of us. So if you want to email me or DM me, go right ahead. I can't wait to read what you guys have written down in your journals, or if you prayed about it, you don't need to share unless God leads you to share. So next week, we're making turmeric juice. So get ready for some serious golden milk goodness. Bye.